Hello everybody and welcome to AFR's Tier 2 race at Belgium Spa. My name's Bandcamp and joining me tonight is Jacob Meister.
G'day everyone, glad to be here. It looks like a dry quali today.
Yes, it does at the moment.
Just waiting for the cars to come out. Always a little bit of desync between us and them.
Yep. But only 13 tonight. A couple unable to make it.
Oh, I don't know, less is more going through Eau Rouge and lap 1, you know?
Yeah.
It's a traffic jam down there, so perhaps they'll be a bit thankful for that tonight. Maybe, we'll see. We have some engines revving.
Yes, we do. So if you're watching the Tier 1 race, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you something to watch.
Check it out if you haven't as well. There's some very exciting moments in that.
And Farmer Dingo, first one out on track.
So just while everybody's going around their outlaps, currently Ali is leading the championship, 183 points. And not too far behind him is Matt, pretty much the same as it has been for the past few weeks. You have to go down some 40 points to Memphis Skins and Red Panda, who are tied for third place with 133 points. And not far behind them are Big Al and Newell. So there's two separate battles going on in the championship currently. But right now Red Bull are dominating the constructors for Tier 2.
Yeah, they're not doing too bad in the combined constructors as well, I believe.
So we bring that up really quickly. Yes, so they're 120 points ahead. They're on 559, and second is Renault on 439. You have to go down another 100 points to find Racing Point at 337. So the front few teams have really fanned out. There's no real close battles until you get down to around the midfield, I suppose. But very hard to call those.
Pass are very close, 195 to 188.
They are. And down the bottom as well, yeah. Mercedes, Williams, Alpha, all pretty close. Hard to call those though. Anyway, it's people coming down.
Farmer Dingo's let Newell through, it looks like.
And there's a... Yes, he wants to make sure he's got... Well, he doesn't want to hold up people behind him, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, we've jumped up with Newell because he'll be the first one to set a timed lap. So across the start-finish line as Big Al loses connection.
First of many seeing how Tier 1 went so far anyway. Nice and clean through the source. Down to turn 2. Important to get this part right. You can lose a fair bit of time here. Come for Rouge and Radion. That's pretty good though. Hitting DRS there and to overtake ERS as well. Should be hitting close to 340 kilometers per hour as he brakes hard for turn 7 now. Mounting the curbs a little bit, you can get away with that here. Early on the power. Going into turn 10 now. Very tricky to get right sometimes, easy to go too wide or a bit too far on the inside, but that was okay. A little bit hairy going for turn 11 there, but it's still fine. Turn 12, fast sweeping left-handed. Looked a bit hesitant on the throttle there, but just keeping all four wheels on the track, just getting a decent lap in. Important to get a nice exit out of turn 14 here. And then set yourself up for this very long, kind of straight, but not really, but very flat out section that is sector free.
It's looking like a pretty tidy lap so far.
Yeah, she's looking pretty good now for turn 18. Can't mount the curb coming up now. Very easy to lose the car there. I did that in our Tier 1 race, sadly. Now for the chicane. And he's already out of ERS there. It's probably not going to hurt him too much, but it's not ideal at the same time. Let's see what he gets. It's a 44.7. Decent lap for Tier 2. Just see a few more cars coming across. Psycho for 146. Next will be Farmer Dingo for 48.7. And then we have Red Bull coming across It'll be Matt with a 144.2. That's our pole sitter currently. And there's a Ferrari, I believe that's... Nope, that's Red Panda, he's invalidated. Sax will be coming across now. He's just about to start the lap, actually, no bad. No, he's coming into the pits as well. CK out of ERS as well, coming across the line. That's a 45.5. It's in the forward currently. And now the 2 racing points. It looks like Skins is invalidated, but Combat is just starting a lap. Yep.
He's probably going to give him a tow down a Rouge.
Always count on the Racing Point boys to do this sort of thing.
We'll jump on board with them. Oh, Skins is in the wall!
Yes, he went a bit wide going out of the source, and I think there may have been a bit of miscommunication there. I'm not too sure at all.
Well, let's be honest, it wouldn't be the first time there was an issue with teammates in qualifying. Tonight at Spa.
Well, thankfully, it's very early in the session, and they've got plenty of time to set another lap.
And I don't think anyone got any penalties, but Skins is taking the scenic route.
Yes, the only real downside is that Combat doesn't really get the tow, really, which isn't really that bad of a deal. CRX also did a 148 flat on the hard tyre. A lot of people invalidating, I think.
Yeah, it is easy to go a little bit too far over the apex around some of these corners. But Combat's still on a lap. He's kept it in overtake pretty much the whole way around.
It's interesting. It looks like he... that's not really enough ERS if he's going to keep it in overtake down the straight. Keep an eye on the D meter, the deploy meter. That's how much he has left for the lap. You can only deploy so much during one lap, and it's going to run out pretty much as he hits the chicane here. Just a little bit left. Maybe that was intentional. If so, it's looking like a good time as well. It's a 44.5. Puts him in second place.
Not bad at all. We'll drop down to Red Panda, who's currently on an out lap. In the championship hunt, almost.
Yes, winner of the last week's race as well. He's been on a bit of a charge recently, trying to get back up to the top in the point standings. So 10 minutes left in the session. Looks like most people are qualifying on the soft tyre, but only CRX seems to be the only one to have done a hard lap.
Yeah, interesting.
He only have soft tyres available to him though, so it doesn't really necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, but maybe he's going to go for a shot on the mediums.
It's true.
See if he can put himself somewhere up the grid on those mediums and hold on with the leaders, but you never know.
Yep, very true. Anyway, Red Panda on his left now, just about to come into a Rouge. You can't go too far to the left coming into it, because if you put all 4 tyres off, that's an invalidation straight away. He's done that pretty well. It's pretty much flat out all the way through, especially on these quali laps. Going for turn 7 now. Using every bit of track there, that wasn't bad. Down into third, possibly even second. There we go. Helps get that car turned in just that little bit more. It's a very tricky corner to get. Up onto the hot lap on the RS, then into overtake pretty much immediately as he comes into turn 12. Slams it in there. This is looking pretty good so far. Turn 13. You can go a little bit wide there, that's fine. And now flat out for these last few corners. And this is looking like a very, very good lap.
I remember the days where you going through there flat out was, a little bit nerve-wracking, but now it's just,
Oh, I remember it
So
on
easy.
Formula 1 2001. It was awful, yeah. Anyway, Red Panda, 40.45. That's a great lap.
Very nice time there by Red Panda. So, still got Skins is currently on an outlap. Sacks are coming to the end of a lap.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh.
Nearly lost the rear coming into the chicane. Still fine though. He sets a 1:45.7. It's good for 7th. And is that Zerdix for 1:47 flat into 9th?
Yeah. So Skin's about to start his lap, and CRX has come out on those mediums.
There we go. And I don't know if he'll have time for a soft run afterwards if he chooses.
Oh, he might. He should do.
Oh, he's that far along the track. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. And here we go. That's his teammate there. That's Combat. Coming to give Skins a tow down the straight. Can give you a good 10th or 2. But how well coordinated this is. How long can you get the tow for? That's what's crucial here. And that's pretty good. Down 347 k's an hour. That was brilliant. Matt sets a 43.2, fastest lap so far. And Skins will know he's got a good tow, but he's just got to put that out of his mind, just get the lap done, no mistakes. Turn 12 down to 5th there for a second. So turn 13. It's looking pretty good so far. Again, using all of that curve on the right hand side there as he comes through turn 16 now. All the hard work's been done, he just needs to keep it clean for the next couple of corners.
Easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah, that chicane, very easy to just break a little bit too late, lose a couple of attempts at the very end. But I haven't cursed him, and he has done it well. And he gets a 43.6. That's a good lap time, but it's only for third. And
Ooh.
CRX has crashed out, just coming into sector 3 almost.
He has, yeah. Looks like he lost it on the exit.
Yes, they may have compromised the Red Bull coming onto the straight there. That's Matt, but he's not on the lap. It's fine.
On board with Newell. Now the car's gone, so.
This Newell will be coming back into the pits, I think. Get one more run in.
And Combat getting the tow off Skins in return.
Coordination like that can just pay dividends. It may not seem like Skins necessarily needed it, seeing as he's 9 tenths clear of the next car, but that can pay off later if he doesn't get a good lap.
Combat really pushing it now.
Not shifting
He's run
down,
wide. Oh, but he doesn't invalidate. He keeps his foot in.
Oh, he's lost some time there, though, it has to be said. I'm surprised he didn't shift down. That would help get the car turned in a little bit more.
We'll see the split.
That's a good half a tenth down on Skins' time as well. And that barrier he was about to run into is solid as a rock. You will retire if you hit that.
Well, he can come into the pits now and go out for another run.
Yeah. They need to make sure they get one more run in as there's 4 minutes left. Probably a little bit more for them, but due to desyncs on our side. But and as everybody's coming in for their last runs, there's not too many people out on the track.
Red Panda will be the next one to start a lap. Big Al yet to get on the board, having some connection issues.
It's good that he's gotten back though.
Yeah, it's been happening a fair bit tonight, and also on Friday we had some issues with Twitch, hence we did not stream. So lots of people using the internet at the moment.
Hopefully this won't affect us too greatly going into the future. It shouldn't anyway. Seems just like a random curse that's been put upon us for the last couple of days. But never mind that, we're here to race and we shall race.
Exactly. As Red Panda goes a little bit deep into turn 1. Cars staying out of the way.
It's amazing how much a good exit off turn 1 can save time. Like, you can easily find a couple more attempts or something crazy like that just by getting a really good exit there. Because it just sets you up so well for all the other turns.
Yeah, it does.
Al Rouge and Kimmel Straight. She's going down now. And he is slightly up on his time right now, although... And they looked a lot quicker than last time, I have to say, through turn 9.
Psycho there, getting out of the way.
Ooh. A little bit of a moment there.
Yeah, loses traction on the curb, but keeps it under control. Downshift.
Yes, it sounds like a very violent downshift, but it's very, very necessary. Let's see what time he gets as he comes up to sector 3 now. And this is looking good, he's 3 temps up.
Ooh, this is going to be very close for pole. But Matt, as well, is currently on an outlap, so he will have a chance to reply.
It's pretty much everyone's set up for another lap here. Let's see what Red Panda can do first. Yeah, this is looking very good indeed.
1:43.1. Very nice. Just pips Matt for current pole position. We'll drop down with Big Al, who's yet to set a lap. Session running out of time, so the pressure's on him to get some time in.
Looks like Zudik's just made a mistake on his lap as well, so he has to go around again. Big Al, that's a pretty good sector 2 time. That's looking to be around 2nd or 3rd currently. He's on for a 1:43 here. And Red Panda's retired, he's happy with his lap. He's retired on track though. Anyway, Big Al for 1:43.9, that's good for 4th place. Psycho, I think, is on a lap.
Well, Ali's on a lap as well on these mediums.
Actually, yes.
So, CK
No.
gets out of the way, but that's very off-putting. I'm pretty sure he broke a little bit early.
Yes, they were both aware of the situation there, though.
Oh, he's pretty much matched his best time. He's got a bit of a gap behind him at the moment, but those drivers are still on laps, apart from Farmadigo. Into the bus stop chicane.
Psycho gets a 1:45.6. Let's see what Ali gets here in these mediums. Doesn't improve.
No.
Stays 7th. Next up will be CK. That's not really representative of lap time though. There'll be Zudix next. 46.4 puts him in 11th. Ferrari coming across.
Into 8th place.
Everybody else finishing up. Combat, what's he getting? 43.8.
Just behind his teammate. Matt, what can he do? Wow, I think this is going to be a really fast time here.
Skins ahead hasn't validated. He's out of the picture. So it's just Matt on a lap right now. Ooh, that's about as much curb as you want from that.
Whoa.
43.3.
Very close. Red Panda taking pole with a 143.1, followed by Matt with a 143.2. And then just behind them were the Racing Point boys with Skins and Combat. And then we have Big Al finally getting a time in. Newell, Ali, Saxa, CK80, Psycho with a good improvement there, up into 10th place. Zudix, CRX unfortunately crashing out, and Farmer Dingo rounding out the grid.
Yes, that's the problem with getting a hard lap in first. If something happens, then you have to kind of roll with it. But he's outside the top 10. He'll get a free choice of tyre.
He will.
And interesting from the Red Bull boys, for Ali to actually run the mediums, there's a very good chance of an early safety car. And to be on the soft at the start is really where you want to be, because if there is a safety car, you can just come in and pit for tyres to go to the end.
Yeah.
But by running the mediums, it's you're kind of screwed in that regard. I mean, you're not going to put on hards. Not
Yeah,
around
that's
here.
right.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what happens, but they're clearly trying to split their strategy so they don't run into each other in the pits, which is good to see.
So just waiting for things to get started, people tweaking their strategies. Starting to ready up now. Alrighty, so the formation lap is underway. Ali, the only person on the medium tyre.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. That just highlights how crucial it is to be on the softs at the start here. If that safety car comes, then Ali's going to be on the back foot. But if it doesn't happen, then I guess the Red Bull boys avoid each other in the pits. I guess we'll see what happens. And Ali will have the softer compound and everybody will be on mediums. Anyway, Red Panda, our pole sitter, will want a good getaway. And then you want to avoid whatever happens coming into our Rouge, that's for sure. These drivers need to keep it very clean for these first few corners. It's really crucial on this track. It's so narrower than you think.
Yes, indeed. I think Ali might struggle initially, being on the medium tyre.
The mediums are no slouch around here, of course, but if everybody else on soft tyres, it's going to be rough, but he's got pace. He's got pace. And it does have to be said, all of the faster drivers, the ones in the top part of the championship points currently, they're all in front of him, and the ones behind him aren't necessarily in the battle so much, and he may have the edge over them, and maybe, just maybe, he can hold on to one of the soft runners ahead, keep in DRS maybe, and then that's we'll see his strategy work out. But it relies on there not being a safety car or anything else happening is the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, they'll come around the last couple of corners and AI takes control and they'll start gridding up.
Yep, AI has taken control. So nice tight field at the moment. Yes, Gus, let's get this show on the road, hey? Alright, 5 red lights. And we are racing. So good start from Red Panda off the line.
Zunix is flying off the start, up the tip straight away. Everybody's fanned out.
Oh, we have contact with the Haas and a Red Bull.
That's Matt. Big Al, Varmadingo also involved. That's two championship contenders right there. How's everybody else going into the source? Oh, sorry, El Rouge.
CK80 tracking, cutting the corner there, but up into 4th place.
Matt's undamaged critically.
CK missing the left front end plate.
Matt and Farmadingo both didn't damage themselves. Oh, Farmadingo's just lost all of his wing as I say that. And Big Al's lost a fair bit of his, both his end plates, I think.
Saxa looking for a move up the inside of CK. But not able to get past.
Virtual safety car. And that'll be because of the debris left by Farmadingo. Looks like he just lost it coming through Radion. So a bit of a hectic start, but everybody keep it clean for Rouge. I don't quite know what happened for the source, but... both of the racing points, second and third. Red Panda's still in the lead. CK80's up into 4th.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it does have damage though, so...
That's true. The virtual safety car won't last for too much longer if it's just debris. And have they sped up yet? Doesn't look like it.
Oh, these racing points are all good to go. To jump Red Panda at this restart. And we are racing again.
And Sex is going to swamp CK here coming into the chicane. Oh, no. CK blocks the outside. Looks like Sex will just take 4th place though. I just saw a... That's a Reno. That's Newell going into the pits. Does he have damage? Can't tell from here.
I think he must.
Yeah. Got the front wing ready it looks like, so yep. Big Al will be coming in as well, same for Farmadingo. Matt's got a fair bit to do to catch up, but he's got plenty of time to do so as well.
Skins is going to have a great toe on Red Panda.
No DRS yet.
No, but he can stay with him. And this wasn't a full safety car, so DRS will be available at the end of this lap.
Indeed. CK80 stayed out with his damaged front wing. That's a bit surprising to me.
Well,
and it looks like he's holding up a fair few people behind him. Ali's right up on CRX.
apologies for the quality of the stream if it's stuttering around. We know Twitch is having some issues. Let us know in the comments if it gets too bad.
This is the only way it gets fixed sometimes. Anyway, Skins has just lost a little bit of time on Red Panda here, but still within a second, I'm pretty sure. The intervals look a little bugged still. They should fix themselves after this lap.
Yeah, looks about 9/10.
Combo Bread's dropped off, but there is DRS this lap. Red Panda got the better exit.
But he's within that 1 second as
they
they cross the
DRS.
detection point.
Yeah. And they've both used so much DRS just because they're trying to get away from each other, really. CK gets a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, struggling to hold on to that damaged Haas.
I can't imagine how bad that would be for Rouge. As CRX makes a move up into 5th place on him.
Now Ali right up behind CK.
Oh.
Oh!
That's an end plate. That's a fair bit of
That's
wing.
a
no.
lot. That's all the wing structure on that left-hand side is gone.
Oh dear. Well, I'm sure it wasn't intentional from CK's side, but CK did lose control and cause that. And this was the thing that was going to ruin Ali's strategy for a safety car or having to pit early because of this.
Well, he could probably put on the hards and go to the end, but I don't know if that's a wise decision. Newell and Big Al have already pit to put on the hards.
It's not a case of getting to the end, it's how fast you'll be on the hards. They're not the fast tyre around here, that's for sure. And I know they're a hard tyre, but the mediums will last a long time around here.
Oh, as Psycho goes up the inside of CK.
Oh, a little bit on the grass from Psycho as well, but...
desperate to try and get past this Haas. And they pit.
Oh.
I think, yes, they do pit. But Matt stays out.
I think Matt may have bumped Psycho, because Psycho did sort of lose it coming out of the first part of the chicane, and CK and Psycho sort of bumped each other because they were both trying to pit, but Psycho was trying to rejoin. But a bit awkward there, but see what people do here. I don't think everyone's aware that mediums will go to the end from here.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yep, Psycho and CK both do it. It's the right decision.
Well, we can point out that Revo called out Ali and Skins.
Farmadingo got a 10-second penalty there. They would have been on the chicane. And Ali's come out on soft tyres, so he's two-stopping.
Well, yeah, he could probably run a double soft stint to the end.
And if a safety car were to come around, then I'm sure he can adapt his strategy.
Yeah, he can just go back onto the mediums if he's got another set.
Well, even if he... Oh, virtual safety car. Something's happened. Has somebody lost some wing, perhaps?
No stopped markers. 5-second time penalty for CK.
Farmadingo's lost his wing again. No, that's it.
Severe collision between Ali and CK.
Yes. And they're both just pitted as well. Are they like magnetically attracted or something? It's very odd.
Or maybe that was just a delay from the previous incident. Cause
potentially. I was on board with Ali and they did touch again. Anyway, people are reacting. CRX comes into the pits. Front runners are staying out.
Well, CRX is going to get that advantage because he did enter the pits under the safety car.
He's technically gaining a little bit of time with everybody still running around, keeping to a delta. He's going to pop up pretty close to Newell here, but not quite enough to make a move here. We have a yellow flag in sector 3. That's just something odd on our side.
So anyway, a nice little train here behind Ali now, with Psycho right behind. They've all got DRS here. Too far away from each other though. Big Al can play himself in as well. He's trying to use overtake to catch up. It's on the harder tyre, but if he can... He's got good pace compared to the guys in front, and if he can latch on with DRS, then he can make a couple of moves, that's for sure. Meanwhile, up front, Skins is sticking on the Red Bandit. Let's just jump back up with our battle.
It's Farmadingo just pitting for a wing change in the hard sort of tyres now.
I believe Skins is yet to get a win. Is that right?
No, he's won on 3 occasions here.
Oh, yeah.
This season.
And Farmadingo's lost it at Arouge.
Oh, it's the 3rd time he's gone off there, so he's clearly had some
Another
issues.
virtual safety car.
The same just doesn't want to give a safety car, does it? This happened in Tier 1 as well. A massive incident top of Redillion and just already on, and people just wouldn't give a safety car. To be said though, not the way you want to go. Farmadingo was not having the best race, that's for sure. Some relief for these soft runners, perhaps.
Yeah, well, the pit window is kind of now open.
Yeah. So, with warm softs at the start, you'd probably be looking at coming in around lap 6 normally. CRX is the 3-second time penalty. Be interesting to see if they try and stretch it out a lap longer, maybe, before these virtual safety cars.
Well, they both go very wide. I think they're starting to feel a little bit of loss of traction as these tyres start to wear.
Red Panda's been very clever though, he's got 80% ERS pretty much, and Skins has been using a lot to try and keep up with him. If this battle's going to be won, I don't think it's going to be won until after this round of pit stops.
Well, it might even be won on the last race. Skins might decide to just sit behind Red Panda and save his fuel and his ERS.
Exactly, yeah.
To be honest, it kind of looks like Skins is just pushing to keep up with Red Panda at the moment.
That's exactly it, yeah. Red Panda really got onto the curb coming into our Rouge. Wonder if he got a warning for that.
And no DRS for Skins. It's outside that 1 second gap.
That's pretty big. So everyone's kind of fanned out, but we are about to come at the pit stops pretty soon.
Big Al has caught the back of CK80. Zali sets a new fastest lap of 1:47.1.
As he rightly should. Matt's coming around for mediums, he'll go to the end. Now Ali really needs to push if he's going to stay in contention in this race. Having to do another pit stop. And Big Al, he's going up in CK.
Oh, he does the Mark Webber.
Big CK80 did back off quite a bit because he knew what was coming, but still, the courage to go for that, good job. Well done. And he's got DRS to pull away as well. Beautiful.
So great driving there by Big Al.
Now, looks like Red Panda's coming into the pits. Same for Skins. Does Combat follow suit? No, he doesn't. Saxa, what will he do here coming into the chicane? He stays out as well. He probably could get away with pitting, but probably won't hurt him too much. And where do Red Panda and Skins come out? It looks like they'll be coming out just ahead of Zudix. No, he'll pit as well, so clean air for both of these drivers.
Yeah, Skins has really dropped off the back of Red Panda, 2.5 seconds. And Red Panda's come out behind his teammate, so I'm not sure if there'll be team orders or he might make Skins' job of getting past a little bit harder than he does for Red Panda.
I don't know if he'll make 1.8 seconds to catch up onto Saxa, but Saxa will be coming in this lap, you'd think, so hopefully it won't be too much of an issue for Red Panda here. Saxa did have a pretty healthy gap back to the next driver, so he may just let his teammate go by. It's not the worst decision in the world, but if he doesn't get close, then why bother as Red Panda mounts the curb a little bit. I thought he was going to lose it for a second.
We've got Big Al now having a look at Psycho coming down Camel Straight.
Oh, well, sorry, I can't do anything here. Yep.
That's that move done.
Textbook stuff there from Big Al, yeah.
Yeah, one of you guys are going to have to clip that overtake. That should make the highlight reel for sure.
Exactly. Now, I did say Red Panda wasn't going to catch up to Saxa, but Saxa just had to pull over there so it didn't go by.
Let's just jump up with Saxa. Is he going to come into the pits?
Oh, CRX is spun.
Yes, he is.
That's out by turn 15. He's still on turn 14 again. He did this in qualifying as well. And he's lost a bit of wing.
Yeah, I saw him flip the car around. Be careful he hasn't cooked the rears. As he runs wide again and just misses the wall.
Oh. And Big Al, he'll take this happily. Which way though?
Anyway.
Lap 9 of 22. So Red Panda's still the race leader, drawing out a nice gap of 3 seconds to Skins. Combat sitting pretty 6 seconds behind him, and then another 7 back to Matt, who's recovered from a pretty poor start, getting caught up in some messiness around the source on the first lap.
So
he's played himself back into this race well.
Big Al with a big gap in front of him, 9.3 seconds. So we'll see if he can do anything about that over the course of the rest of the race.
Ali will have to pit again, so he may get a spot there, but Ali will be a lot quicker than him. I don't know if he can. He might be able to catch up to Zurdix yet, because Big Al is one of the front runners. I don't know how good his pace is compared to the others, though. Especially considering the different compounds, it's hard to tell. Still plenty of running to go, though, as we near the halfway point of the race. And everyone has stopped at least once.
Yes. Skins is kind of maintaining that gap now at 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually using a bit of the ERS he had stored up. Meanwhile, Skins is running on fumes almost on the ERS. And you've got to remember here, Skins and Red Panda are actually tied in the championship currently, so if we really finish like this, then Red Panda would get third in the points championship. And be coming pretty close to Matt, that's 42 gap. He'll be closer to Matt. There you go. That's the maths. There's just the rough maths for you.
Yeah,
there
he'll
you
be
go.
closer. There's the maths for you. He'll be closer.
Red Panda will finish ahead of Matt, therefore he'll get more points. There you go. Right now everybody's sort of fanned away from each other, so no real battles going on currently.
So Ali's done 6 laps on these softs, so they definitely won't be at their best at the moment.
They are fresh, so you can go maybe a couple more laps, but they'll fall off now, if not very soon. Everybody else looks pretty clear to go to the rest of to the end here. CK and Psycho will be pretty heavy on tyre wear, but they should be fine. And sector 1 yellow flag, that's CRX, and he's out. He crashed on.
No.
And that's a safety car.
Oh, we have a safety car.
And all of a sudden, Ali is praising the gods right now for bringing the safety car onto him. Wow, this changes things. 11 laps. Oh. What do you think here, band?
Well, Psycho got a drive-through for speeding under the safety car.
Oh, dear.
But, I reckon...
Softs are going to be tight.
Yeah, I'd probably... Yeah, I'd go softs. I'd go softs. Because they're just a bit too quick. And the drop-off isn't, like, huge.
Yeah, so Newell, he was on the hard tyre. He can afford to do this. Ali, he's going to pit it anyway. Zurdix stays out. Big Al definitely will dive in here. So everybody on the medium tyre, they're probably fine to stay out. And if nobody else is going to pit on the medium tyre, then may as well just have that track position. But it depends on how many places you're losing for a soft tyre is the thing.
That's right.
And nobody up front is risking it, and probably rightly so. But Big Al only put on mediums. Did he not have to set up softs? He would have started on
Maybe
the
he
softs.
thinks the mediums is a better idea.
Perhaps. And the other thing I can think of is that he used all the soft sets in qualifying, and he used his. Well, no, he'd have a set for the race. Yeah, he must think that the mediums are better. The Psycho gets a 3-second time penalty, a bit of salt on the wound.
Wow, safety car. Really going to bunch up this pack now. And Newell and Ali are definitely going to have the advantage come the restart.
They've got to capitalise, and Ali is going to be faster than Newell, most likely. But they've got Zerdix ahead and then Saxa. They know their way around. They're not going to let him go by easy.
Yeah, but that run down to Arouge, it's very, very strong with the toe.
Indeed. Well, any extra lap that they have under a safety car is going to be good for their soft runners, because their tyres are going to be very, very, very dead by the end of the race. So it's important that when the race restarts that they make as many spots as they can straight away.
And this also means they all get to recharge their batteries, so and bring Skins back into that fight.
Oh, Skins will be pretty happy about that, yes. Has he actually recharged it? Yeah, that's good. And there's a bunch of other drivers that just dropped off due to incidents or whatever happened, and everybody's back in the race now. Everybody's on the same lap. Psycho's pitted. He's gone for the soft tyre. He'll have to do a drive-through afterwards, though, once we get underway.
Well, YOLO.
Yeah, you can always go for a fastest lap, that's true.
So the whole field is now caught up, but Psycho, who isn't too far behind. You'd think he would catch up pretty soon.
Yes, he won't be held to a delta. He can just go as fast as he wants to catch up to everyone. So it's important for these drivers on the restart to keep it civil and just not try anything massively crazy. And I know these soft runners have positions to make, but not crashing is also good.
Recommended, a matter of fact.
Oh wow, there you go. That's band's top tip of the day.
There you go. So Psycho now just pulling up to the back of this field.
And safety cars in this lap. So 9 laps. We sprint to the end.
So we'll go on board with Skins at this restart.
It's important for Red Panda to get a good start. Doesn't want any moves done on him into the source.
Well, the safety car still hasn't come into the pits yet.
Just be holding them up a little bit longer, just to make sure there's clearance between them and the safety car.
And here we go. Oh, they've gone a bit deep.
Nobody wants to lose any time there, and it showed.
Oops.
And we're back underway. Newell, straight onto Zerdix, that's 6th place. Skins, yes, he's dropped off. He didn't
Well,
get a good
Zudix
exit.
has... I'll take that right back, thank you very much.
But Newell,
Oh, don't...
He had a
Please
look.
don't... Oh, thank goodness they're not going to go side by side.
he had a look, but he didn't have to run.
Oh, but he
Zerdix-
does have to run now, as Neil gets a penalty for that. 3 warnings.
And Ali, hello.
Oh!
Newell graciously giving him some room, but I don't think he's got to run. Yes, Zerdix got a little bit hairy going through Radion. Gave Newell the run to do that.
So these two soft runners have now jumped Zudik, so they can start to close that gap of 2.5 seconds down to Saxa.
Yes, there's a lot of time trying to get past him. And Saxa's made a nice gap while all that battling was happening. But that'll quickly evaporate here. It's important they close it up before DRS comes back online as well. It can be tough to make any sort of time back when you've got when your opponent's got DRS down that massive Kimmel straight. Now they sort of dropped off Newell as well. It's out of that 1 second region.
Well, he might not wanting to be really challenging Newell at this point. He might want to just go through one at a time and make a move at the end. Because if you try and all squabble at once, 3 into 1 corner, it can get pretty messy sometimes.
It could hold you up even further when you're trying to get ahead.
And
Big Al makes a move.
CK comes into the pits to serve his... Was it CK? It was
Psycho. It was Psycho. Well, CK doesn't have any damage, it looks like, so I'm not sure what's going on here. That looks like a drive-through. Yeah, that's a drive-through. So they must have been the one that got the drive-through, and maybe there was 2 of them, I'm not sure.
Maybe I misread it, I'm not sure.
I'll go back and check actually.
Skins has left the session.
Oh
no! Oh, please tell me no.
Oh dear. He's restarted his game though. Now CK he did get a drive through, but Psycho apparently got 2 according to the race director. Not sure how that works, but... And Matt says thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Ghost of Skins. Skins will be kicking himself.
So I don't think that, of course, isn't his fault, obviously, having the game, I guess, crash on him there. But, it's very frustrating having to deal with that, and some of the Tier 1 drivers can relate to that as well.
Gus rules. Panda's a machine. Looking forward to seeing how he's going to go in T1 next season. Well, he's not there yet. He is not there yet.
Matt on combat, sorry for second place here. He's on the outside into the chicane. Oh, and he gets it done. Look at that. Does Combat get the crisscross? No, he can't. He can't mount the curb too much. Great move there.
But DRS is now enabled, so did Matt make that move at the right time?
Imperative, he gets a good run here. She has, but it's not really going to be enough going into Kimmel. Oh, look at this, Combat's in a good spot here, but he hasn't got much ERS. He'll have enough to get this move done, don't you think? If he can. Oh, he's dropped it down a bit early. Doesn't make the move. Probably just wants to stick with Matt, perhaps. Meanwhile, Skins has rejoined, 1 second off Combat.
Also, Ali right behind Newell now.
Yes, they've overtaken Saxa. Newell in 5th, Ali 6th.
Big Al up into 8th place.
Oh, good stuff there. Just wondering, did Psycho serve as drive-through? Because he hasn't really dropped that far back. He's with CK who had to pit as well, actually. He might have. Yes, I think he has.
Yeah, he must have.
This would have disqualified him by now, I think, if he hadn't. So. But look at this gap Red Panda has to Matt, 3.5 seconds. Really needs to drop Combat here if Matt wants to have any chance of catching up to Red Panda.
Still 7 laps to go in this race. Oh, as we see the Ferrari of Saxa getting very wild on the exit of the last corner there, keeping it out of the wall.
Combat's pretty close to Matt coming into our Rouge.
Still doesn't have a lot of ERS though.
No. Neither does Matt, in all fairness, but... He goes for it, up the outside, into turn 7. Doesn't quite get it done though, Matt covers him. And while this is happening, Red Panda can just save his ERS and...
As Matt's gone a little bit wide, it's opened the door for combat, but doesn't get the move done.
This battling will open up the door for Skins at some point. He'll be getting into that 1 second margin pretty soon.
Combat going around the outside, he's forced off the track.
I think he had a little bit of contact with Matt's rear right as he lets Skins through for third.
Matt, I think, is starting to struggle on slightly older tyres than the guys behind.
No damage for combat as well, that's good. Meanwhile, Ali's right up on Newell now. Not going to make a move. I think you've called it right there.
Now, combat is under a lot of pressure from Newell.
Oh.
With Ali right behind, and combat has fallen out of the DRS range. So he's going to be under threat here.
All eyes on pretty much everyone right now as everybody makes their way for the first sector. There's going to be a lot of position changes here, I feel. Let's see, combat ready to get a nice exit out of the source.
Just jump up with Skins, because Skins is already making the move.
Oh, easy peasy. Oh no, no, there we go. That Psycho disqualified. Skins made the move on Matt. Newell did get it done in combat eventually. And we have a yellow flag in sector 1. Don't quite know what that's about. Ah, yes, Big Al's... Oh no, he's got his input. Not entirely sure what's happening right now, but... So Psycho did get 2 drive-through penalties under the safety car, apparently, according to the race director. This is on my end, though.
But he must have only served 1.
Yes. So he may have only thought he only had 1, which fair enough.
Combat Ali battling it out. Combat doing his best to keep Ali behind, but I feel he might be in a losing battle at the moment.
Ali really needs to get this move though, he's dropping off the other drivers. Oh, Ali on the outside here of combat, right? Coming for turn 17.
Side by side, all the way around, and gets the job done.
And another Red Bull makes another BDE move into turn 18. Good move there from Ali. Speaking of BDE, Matt's just slightly dropped off Skins right now. Still within that 1 second, although there we go, he's just dropped out. Newell still has DRS on Matt.
But he's got no ERS, he's only got 5%.
Oof. You're still a decent 10k an hour faster through the straight. Should be more with more ERS.
This Big Al gets a move done on Saxa.
This comeback come together pretty well. Meanwhile, combat's just getting swallowed up by everybody. Bit of a shame, really.
The price you pay for letting your teammate through.
It was a very awkward situation in all fairness, and kind of wondering what would happen if he didn't let Skins through there, to be honest. It's easy to say in retrospect, but he's still in 6th currently. Still can get some good points here. And Big Al is on similar tyres to combat. Matt seems to be catching up on Skins through sectors 2 and 3 here, and then just perhaps not getting a decent exit coming out of the chicane and into the source, sort of losing a bit of time perhaps. Or something to do with the fact that Skins is used as the DRS and is currently saving. That's probably it, actually.
Yeah.
So all eyes on Matt here. He's probably not going to get that much closer to him here. And he's got a good amount of VRS here. He can go for this. Just needs a good exit out of Radeon. This is looking like a pretty good chance here. No contest there. Into second place.
But can he hold it?
Indeed. Red Panda still holding the lead. Lap 19 to 22. Still 3.5 seconds. Matt in second, Skins third, Newell and Alley fourth and fifth respectively. Combat, Big Al, Saxon, Zudix and CK, all of the runners in the top 10. Everybody that finishes will get points at this rate.
Matt is pulling away from Skins at the moment. Can Skins hold on to the DRS zone?
Looks like he's saving DRS again, but I think Matt's done a better job of keeping the pace up while doing so, and he's broken that 1 second margin for now. Meanwhile, combat rates I think just slightly catching up on these soft runners, because these softs will start to fall off pretty soon.
Yeah, well, they are getting to the end of their lifespan. Matt, new fastest lap of 146.6.
Combat just get a bit loose coming out the last turn, lost a few teams there, the alley. That could be pretty big. But everybody's out of DRS of each other now, so.
2 laps to go. Lap 20 of 22.
CK8, he's still lapping the tyres he started with on lap 4, the mediums.
Well, he's brought that gap down. It was 13 odd seconds, so props to him for keeping his head down.
Indeed, indeed. And Ali is now starting to catch up onto Newell. Newell has been sort of hovering at the 1 second on Skins, and same for Ali on Newell. But Newell's just got a bit wide through turn 12, and it's given Ali a chance to catch up a bit here. Yes, if we finish like this, then Matt will take the lead in the points championship, so any improvement Ali can get here is essential.
And this win brings Red Panda that little bit closer to getting back in this title fight.
Definitely. He's a good 40 points away from the front runners. It's a big gap considering how many races there are to go.
Oh no,
CK! Yellow flag.
Oh.
Yes! Oh
no! He's lost it just at the end of Sector 2.
Those mediums will be just about dead, and that could be part of the reason. And turn 14's claimed a few cars today, has to be said.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. 16 laps on those mediums.
Indeed.
So, I wonder if people will start scratching their heads now. Matt, 14 laps so far. The guys on the softs done 10 laps each. But they are now right behind Skins.
And that just shows that the medium runners are not quite where they were earlier as well. They're struggling as well. Meanwhile, Ali is just getting closer and closer to Newell. Not quite able to do any moves down Kimmel Straight, but...
I think he'll be waiting for the next time around at the DRS zone. Camel Straight.
Yeah. Only real decent part. There's no point trying to do it down the source because it's too easy to counter-attack there, really. Meanwhile, the gap between Red Panda and Matt's just closed down. It was 3.5 seconds for a good few laps, but now it's down to 2.1. I'm wondering if that was just due to Red Panda saving up for the last couple of laps, or that's probably what it was.
Or maybe Matt is just burning all his leftover fuel now, putting it hard run to the end. 1.7 now.
Very true. Yes, he's gating, isn't he? That must be what it is. Red Panda must have been pushing earlier, perhaps.
Yeah, but
that could be it.
It's the last lap now. Skins sets a new fastest lap of 1:46.4.
Crunch time for those that are close enough to make a move. Newell gets a very bad exit out of the source. Ali's exit is compromised because of that.
And he's also lost the back of Skins now. So, lost a lot of time.
Yes, it's a very hard cliff on these soft tyres in terms of their grip.
Oh, you'd think this is a done deal for Ali. He's right on his gearbox through. Already on either side of the track. Don't want to touch each other.
He was so close to Newell's back there. I thought he was going to touch, but no, good driving, good driving. He's up to 4th place. But can Newell hold on for this last lap? Because Combat Red's 1.5 seconds behind, but if Newell's tyres are falling off that much, then Combat could have a chance. Meanwhile, gap stayed about the same up front, 1.6 seconds now.
.4.
They're both using about similar ERS, but they can just pretty much just put into overtake about now. They probably could have a bit earlier on, in all honesty, but nevertheless.
Well, Matt's put it up into overtake.
They've got just about the same numbers in terms of ERS. I think Red Panda may not have enough time to catch up here. And a very dominant performance from Red Panda today.
Yes, very controlled.
And a well-deserved victory there.
And Matt takes the new fastest lap, 1:46.4. Followed by Skins in 3rd, taking that final podium position, followed by Ali and Combat Rat, the other racing points. So good results for those boys. Big Al, good recovery, up into 6th place. And
Newell with his pins.
Newell going way backwards into 7th place, but a good drive nonetheless. Stretching those tyres would not have been easy for either of them, so.
Indeed. So a very well needed victory for Red Panda. 2nd on the trot as well.
Yes. You can see him there on the podium.
Yay!
I won this trophy!
They do it every week, come on.
Yeah. So, Ferrari, Red Bull, and Racing Point. So then, where do we get up to? So we had Big Al, Newell, and Saxa in 8th, with Zudix finishing in 9th, and the last one to get points. Our DNFs were CK80, CRX, Farmer Dingo, and Psycho, unfortunately getting disqualified due to getting to drive through penalties and only serving 1. So, yes, well, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's races. If you have, then please hit that follow button and subscribe. It really helps us out, especially we've got some plans coming up, so we'd like to get some of them underway, and any support you can give would be really appreciated. But so we'll see you next Friday. Japan, our 2010 series, and then Tier 1 and Tier 2 will be Italy, so Monza, another epic Turn 1. So I hope you will be there to join us. We'll see you then. I've been Bandcamp, and Jacob Meister with me tonight, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.